I'm Helen Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. It's December. And what's right there? A fly. A fly has made it all the way to December. I think that's the first fly I ever saw in New Mexico in December. Oh, I'm Helen Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. It's 8:07, 77 degrees, December 5th. Hello Rodney, thanks for clicking on my video. I think today's the first day, and I can't remember when, that I drank coffee in the morning, and after the first stuff I drank in the morning, I didn't drink anything else all day. And I've been drinking Sleepy Time. I went to the store and bought some Sleepy Time, and it was kind of interesting because I went to buy Sleepy Time, and then I was on the way out talking to one of the people that work there and asking him about this agave nectar that I bought. And he says, "Oh yeah, I use that in my tea." And I said, "Oh well, thank you for reminding me tea. That's why I came here. It's only like 9-mile drive." I mean, come on, buddy, take a freaking list every single time. So anyway, I went there and I got Sleepy Time. So I've been drinking some Sleepy Time today, and that's helped me a little bit. But my thoughts have been constantly racing. I mean, just that, that thing that just gets in your head. It just keeps going around and around. And same story. It's a broken record thing. So that's not comfortable. But I think maybe that isn't quite as bad as what it usually is. Maybe because of the caffeine. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it still was occurring today, even though I wasn't drinking coffee and I was drinking freaking Sleepy Time. Huh, that's funny. That's kind of the color of that. Of course, it depends on how you're looking at it, but if you see some green and some copper in this, that's a little bit like the color of that those starlings. It was like an iridescent green with this copper coloration on the tips. It was they're beautiful. So anyway, this jewelry project I'm working on is almost finished. I've got a little bit more to go, and then I'm going to ship this out probably within the next, maybe by Friday it should be ready to be shipped out. I'm hoping that I can ship it on Friday. And then I'm going to get back to this other project that I was working on and start dealing with that. Talked to a friend of mine tonight. This is really great. When I first split up with my wife, I had a girlfriend that I had met, after I had moved into Albuquerque after the breakup with my wife. I moved into Albuquerque, and then I had a girlfriend there, and she was great. And then at some point, not too much in the future, maybe a year, maybe less than a year, I got this phone call to go back to this job that I'd had previous to building the house. And so I went back to that job, and anyway, we kept in communication, she and I, and then we basically went our separate ways. But we always kept in communication, and so I was talking to her husband. I had some stuff I wanted to talk to him about because he's a good friend of mine. It's really interesting how that works, because I had this girlfriend, and then now I'm really great friends with her husband, and been great friends with him too for a long time. And he's the guy that gave me a job when I came back from LA. So I was talking to him about some stuff, and so there's some stuff in the works with him too. Something in the works. So that's good. That's good news. Oh man, it's 8 o'clock and I'm kind of yawning and kind of thinking, this is great. Because usually at this time, I'm wide awake. I saw those videos the other day. I mean, it was at midnight. I'm like, come on, man. I got to cut back on the caffeine. I got to cut back on the caffeine. And that's probably going to be a good thing. I lost a lot of weight. 3.5 months of smoking pot. I think it was something like 195 when I started, and I weighed myself, I think it was 174. So 195, 21, so I lost 21 pounds in 3.5. It's about 7 pounds a month. This person is, I thought you got the munchies when you got stoned. I get the unmunchies. Oh. What did I do with those things? I know I put them in here somewhere. Oh, this is, I tell you what, I got so much stuff. I think I put this stuff in here. I'm going to see if I can find it before I tell you what it is. Oh my God, oh, there it is. Werther's Originals. Made with real butter and cream. And I think they are made with real butter and cream. They taste great. They're very sweet, but it's not. I was at the store one time, and there was this woman there, and I like coconut. My dad liked coconut. I like coconut. This is an interesting thing about coconut. Let me tell you something. This is great. This is absolutely wonderful. We should try it. We'll call it the Hello Rodney. What I should really do, I had this, my mom had this coconut, the shredded coconut. It's kind of sweet, it's probably processed, like coconut, like the same stuff kind of that's in the Almond Joys or something like that. I had some coconut and some cheese and an apple. A fresh, crisp apple, coconut, and some cheese. Man, that's awesome. It's beautiful. What was I thinking about? What was I saying before I thought about that? It's interesting that I know that about myself now, that even if I'm having a conversation, I want to break the conversation and go into another direction. I can't remember the conversation I was having prior to the break. It's happening more frequently. Oh, maybe it was the agave or something. Anyway, I got the agave stuff. What was I talking about, the agave? Well, that was with the teeth thing. I already told you about that. You know who watches my videos a lot? Psychiatrist in Zurich. Yeah. They, I'm like a lab rat. Well, I don't know why I started making this video, actually. I think because I'm just bored, but I did work. I worked today on this stuff, and I got a lot of it done. I got the bales on, and everything's just about ready. I have one other thing to do, and then I'm going to ship these things out. Very good. And then I'm going to go back to what I was doing before I started doing this. God, what am I even making this video for, man? There's nothing to talk about. This is freaking boring. But I'm talking about something that would really be great. So what could it be? Nothing's happening. But anyway, I think today is Wednesday. It's the 5th. So I've got something to look forward to with my nephew coming. I was talking to my buddy, and we have to do things we like to do. And the things I like to do, I can't make any money. So I have to figure that out. It's very difficult. And I was thinking about other people too, and thinking about my buddy. His wife is going to retire as a school teacher here pretty quick. It's like 30 years. So, I could have never put in 30 years doing anything. But when you don't plan for the future and you're living by yourself, it sort of starts to ring a bell, like, you are kind of a dumbass, buddy. But that's okay. I think that I'm very happy, though. I'm very happy I have this house. Thank God. I was talking to him, and he was talking about this person, because he used to be a potter, did pottery work and stuff. There's one potter that he knew. He was an old man, 80 years old. He died, and then a little while later, a couple of weeks later, something like that, the woman calls his wife. He calls my friend and says, I'm about ready to lose my house. So they try to do some stuff at this one place, and they raise some money to help her save the house, but it was a good story. The whole thing, she had some other people that they helped her, and they saved the house. I don't know what I would do if somebody said, well, we're going to take your freaking house. They say, wow, huh. I don't know. So I just have to make sure that nobody takes my house. I own this house. But there's a lot of money that goes into maintenance. And not necessarily maintenance of upkeep, because, now that the roof is not leaking, there's really not a lot of maintenance with this house. That's why I put the entire exterior as metal, because I don't want any maintenance. I do not want maintenance. I want the thing to work. I'm going to go maintain it. You just put stucco. You fucking stucco, man. You gotta be kidding me, man. You get it. I don't want maintenance. What was the point of this video? There was absolutely no point. There's absolutely no freaking point to this video. None. Let's see what this is. It's got a little piece of... How did they fucking melted that foil to the... It's pretty cool foil. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. So this is the kind of stuff that's kind of interesting, isn't it? This is dichroic glass. Let me show you something with this glass. That's not a good example to show you. That's not a good example to show you. Okay, look at this. See that color? This is dichroic glass. Di meaning two, chroic meaning color. Two color. Okay? That is the color of the glass as light passes through it. This is the color of the glass as light is reflected off of it. So the reflective color is that coppery red, and the transmission color, or whatever you want to call it, is that turquoise. And so I wanted to show you this thing, to show you how, like a piece of foil, can change the glass. Something that looks like that. That's, you know, but you have foil behind it. It changes it to that. But that's just foil behind glass. That's not, you know, it's like acrylic glass, but there's just some foil behind it. But it gives you an idea as to why I buy clear glass. Because if I buy clear, then if I buy clear, then I can have something that looks like this. Okay, looks like that if it's clear, because I used that red piece of glass behind it. And you can see that with the same piece of glass with just different colorations behind it, you get a totally different look. So that's why I buy the clear. I also buy black. Black gives you more of a dramatic. It's more dramatic because it's black and there's no light and the color comes off of it. So that's a little bit more for that kind of a thing. Well, I've never apologized for the video. I never apologized for a video, so I don't see any reason to apologize for this one. Although I know I should. But since nobody's paying for it, but maybe somebody can write down there, I want my 45 minutes and 72 seconds back in my life. I love that. I love it. And for all of you that might be young, you know, to YouTube, in the YouTube days in the beginning, you know, people would do videos like this, you know, it'd be some stupid video, you know, but usually most of the videos, people were, you know, it was like 2 minutes, 3 minute videos, you know, very rarely anybody would do a video like this. But they would say, somebody would write in there because it was kind of cool. Like, I want my 2 minutes of my life back, or some shit like that, you know. That was kind of thing that everybody had their own little thing at that time, I guess. I don't know. Now it's kind of, YouTube is a little bit strange, you know, because you got all these programs, these people with, you know, what is it, sub for sub and all that. And somebody wrote it in one of my comments, you know, hey, can you sub back? Yeah, I deleted that comment. You know, I mean, you just don't do that. I don't think that was cool. I feel pretty good right now. Must be something wrong. I just saw something. This is a picture of me. This picture is, the light is really, it's killing it. This is a picture, you can really see it. Man, I am pretty big. I was 228 pounds, I think, in that picture. I went from 228 to 162. Think about that. 228 to 162. 68, 67 pounds. Is that how much I lost? 228 to 62, 40, 68, 69 pounds or something like that. Shitload of, man, you know, I felt like a feather. I feel like a feather right now, actually. 174. That's light for me. Very light. I would like to be this weight. I like this weight. I don't like to be too big. I don't need to be big. I'm scrappy. What am I going to do? I guess I'm going to wrap this thing up. This is, you know, the only people that are watching right now, not even my most loyal subscribers will be here now. As I go for another hit of Werther's Originals. I put them in here. Out of the way. I better not eat anymore. Maybe if I eat sugar, that's going to keep me awake too. I don't know. I'm very sensitive, I have a very delicate palate. Bye.